What is up, guys? This is Bahama Raven speaking, and welcome to this new episode of Trails of Cold Steel 2 post-birthday recording. In the last episode, for my birthday, I did pretty much every single side quest that I could for the second part of Act 2, and now we're going to start with the story once again. Roer is the capital of the Nortia province and one of the Alliance's greatest strongholds. Make absolutely sure you're ready for anything before we go. Also, yeah, I skipped it, but Elisa will be the permanent party member this time, which means we will have a little bit more freedom into making my party. Don't worry, we're ready. We can begin at any time. Right, we'll gather everyone in the conference room then. I'll explain exactly what we're going to be doing. Now let's see what this is gonna be about. Once all of Class 7 had gathered together, they were given a briefing on the operation that would take place. However, during their discussion, one point became abundantly clear. Flying the Courageous close to Roer would be far too dangerous. Unsure as how to proceed, they opted to consult someone more familiar with the region. Oh, hello, Gwen.
It sounds like you'll have no trouble getting into the Nortia province, at least.
I don't think so. The problem is getting into Roer City itself, or even close to it.
We can't exactly just take an airship through the airport like we're on some pleasure cruise.
And approaching the city along any of the highways is a surefire way to get arrested.
Not that there are any good places nearby to land the Courageous in the first place.
And that's why we're calling you, Gwen. You wouldn't know of any other ways for us to get Mir, would you?
You came to the right person. I happen to know the perfect way.
You do?
You know that Spina Bay road to the west? There's this little stream that runs along it. I used to fish in it all the time back in my younger days, I'll have you know. As it so happens, you could trace its source all the way back to the mountains of Ymir.
Hold on. So you're saying we should sail down from Ymir to Roer?
Exactly. It won't be the smoothest ride you've ever taken, what with the rapids and all, so you'll need to be careful. But I'd still say that taking that is your best bet for sneaking as close to the city as you can.
Well, I always wanted to go into a kayak.
It sounds promising, at the very least.
I like it! It's just like being in a spy novel!
And you would know a thing or two about spies, wouldn't you?
Should we make our way to Ymir then?
Let's decide who's actually going first. We can only get so many people on a boat. Thank you so much for your help, Grandfather.
Oh, think nothing of it. What kind of man would I be if I didn't help my adorable granddaughter in her hour of need? And I never want to pass up a chance to put my less than adorable daughter in my debt. Sounds like my #1 protege is in a bind too. I can't very well have anything happen to our wanton womanizer.
We'll help Angelica however we can. Take care, all right?
We'd go with you if we could. Unfortunately, someone's got to stay and look after the Courageous. And then there's the whole boat issue on top of that.
Please, do what you can for Angie, for me, for George, and for Crow.
We will.
Well, sounds like we're gonna have a wild ride. At the very least, it's not gonna be boring. Well, like I said, Elisa is locked as a party member. Luckily, she is in my main team, so I'm not too concerned. And because she's in my team, I'll be able to bring Eustace and whoever I want. This time, I would like to go with Laura, personally. Actually, second thought. I'll bring Laura and Sarah. You know, for added firepower and all that. The uses will be useful in the late game, sure, but for now, I can do without. The group chosen to infiltrate Roer and then headed for the mountains of Ymir. There they boarded a boat and made their way down the stream towards the city. Well, so far so good. We made it this far without being spotted. Looks like the provincial army doesn't have much of a presence on this side of the city. Well, it's not like they really have to worry about an attack from this direction. We should still exercise caution though. Yeah, be on your guard. Now we need a strategy for infiltrating the city itself. Let's make our way towards Roer for now. We should end up on the highway if we follow this path. Alright. Yes, sure, but before that...
I could probably fish here.
No,
Oh, I could probably...
Let's do some fishing. It's gotta be quick, don't worry. Starting to get the silver rare fishes. That's nice.
Whoa, this is a big one.
Okay, that pretty much covered up the craft points that I was missing, really. Okay, I'm looking at my notes and I'm seeing that there are 3 trial chests that we can get access to, but for now we could only access 2. But with the party that I have with me right now, there's only 1 trial chest that I can do. And that's the trial chest that is right here on Spina Byroad. I need to put detection on someone. But let me guess, I won't be able to because it's on someone else entirely. God damn it. Let me try at least. Yeah, sadly, I'll have to do without detection this time around, so I'll have to look around like there's no tomorrow. Anyway, the 3 trial chests that we can enter require, here on Spina Byroad, somewhere around here. It can be done with Alisa and Emma. Then there's one on Nortia Highway that requires Elliot, Emma, Milliam, and Sarah. Of course, I don't have all 4. And another on the Saxon Mountain that requires Elliot and Gaius. Seeing as I don't have all of them, I will only be able to do Alisa and Emma, but I will be able to get back soon enough anyway. Okay, so I'd say let's get on with this. There are new monsters, and the trial chest that we need to take care of.
My turn. Eliminating targets.
Here I go. There!
No problem. Let's go. It's my turn. And I'm... Hip! That takes care of them.
Not bad. I've got this.
Easy enough, I guess. The fact that I don't have detection on me kind of annoys me, but I do have the position of the chests, so I shouldn't have too much trouble dealing with them. Let's do the trial chest first so that I can get this out of the way. Wait, there's one thing I'm forgetting. For this one, I need to equip confusion protection. So, green pendulum for you, and a green pendulum for you.
Bring it on.
Oh, it's these tomatoes. Ugh.
I can do this.
And the thing is, I have to analyze both. Alright, so... guess I really don't have much of a choice, do I? Then I'll just do this and eliminate the majority of them.
This is my secret weapon. Charging orbital energy. Judgment arrow. Here I go.
Okay, how about no?
Oh, moon, crescent shell. Not here.
Are you kidding me? Like, are you serious?
Arcus activate. Hang in there. Thank you. Of course. Blessing of the moons. Hip. I can do this. Hip.
These enemies are going to be the end of me.
I'm sorry, everyone. No problem. Hip. Thank you very much. Not here. Let's go. Here I go. Blessing of the moons.
Just die already.
We made it out in one piece. I'm so glad.
Overcame the trial, and now Lisa and Emma can overdrive together. Nice. I also got a pretty powerful quartz out of this, if I recall. That being... yep, it is Chrono Burst. Since it's the rare version, it will give me an extra 8 points of speed. But not only that, Chrono Burst is a very powerful art. It has no casting time and allow the user to act in twice in a row. So essentially you sacrifice one turn so that you can have two. And this is pretty nice because if you use this, then you cast another art. It's like it won't have any casting time. You will be using 2 turns immediately, but it's there, I guess. It's useful on green if you want to unleash a barrage of attacks like Arc Slash, but Chrono Burst does have a pretty hefty EP cost. I don't remember what it is. Although, yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna give him. He knows what to do with it. It's either him or Fee, really. But Fee will get it once Raven gets to either level 4 or 5. Anyway, let's go and analyze the other enemies in this area.
Let's get this over with.
I've already fought these walls,
okay.
So I'll just make it quick.
Eliminating targets, now. Gotcha! It's my turn! Arcus activate! No problem. Arcus activate! Too slow. Too slow. Got it. Gotcha! It's over! My turn. Now. Gotcha! Now! We should be safe now. Huh? Thank goodness!
Okay. Here I have a Celestial Balm. Then there's another chest
That one
up
looks
ahead.
nasty. Try to be careful, everyone.
Down here.
That treasure chest is absolutely beautiful.
Containing Crescent Mirror. An art which, if I remember correctly, gives magic reflection.
That's a real beast of a monster.
Watch out! This is a tough one! Let's move!
Okay, here we have the Great Grooves.
I'll handle it.
Let's deal with them as fast as we can.
And gotcha! Of course!
What are you weak against? Fire, so Flare Bomb.
No problem.
And at least I use Volcanic Rain.
My turn!
Okay, give me a moment. Never mind. Okay, let's continue.
Now!
I'll back you up. I'll handle it. Now. Gotcha!
This will end wait, I didn't analyze them, did I?
We should be safe now.
Well, I'll just come back and analyze them then. I mean, I just have to go back and forth and that's it.
Sit! Ha! Here I go!
This over with. I can do
Steel
this.
Ladybug, huh? Interesting name.
I'll handle it. It's my turn. We should be safe.
Arts like Crystal Flood and Flare Bomb are insanely powerful. There it is.
Careful! This one looks strong.
Oh, there's also you.
One, two, and done. Got it. Let's get this over with. Okay,
Leave it to me. Here I go! Huh. Here I go!
And here's Chrono Burst in
My
all of
turn.
its beauty.
I can do this. Now's our chance.
Nope.
Of course. I'll
Yes.
handle it. Now. Gotcha. Good job, Lisa. I'm just lucky to be teamed up with someone's.
I did it!
Good. And Green also got to level 86. Okay. Green's falling behind a little comparing to Emma. Never mind though. They all have their strengths and weaknesses. It's an RPG after all. Anyway, yeah, I got all the chests, so once I've done that, let's get to Roer. There's no other enemies in here. I think I analyzed them all.
Stay on guard, everyone.
Oh, you were here
That's
too.
no ordinary foe.
Hmm? Who are you kids? Well, see, we're travelers. We walked here from Ymir to visit. You came that far on foot? You guys do know there's a war going on, right? I wouldn't recommend just wandering the highways and byways. Huh? You know, you look kind of familiar. I do? Yeah, feels like I've seen you somewhere before. Can't put my finger on where though. Actually, now that I get a better look, you're not the only one I feel like I've seen before. Uh-oh, danger, danger. Abort, abort. Well, this sucks. What should we do? I suppose I'll just have to lean on the same trick again. The least frequently we have to use it, the better, but it sure beats getting caught here. You sure you're not just imagining things? Kids these days all look the same. You can hardly tell one of them from the next. You're racking your brain over it now, but later you'll realize it just looks like some faces you saw in the bar. You think? Besides, we're here on watch for signs of the Imperial Army, not teen tour groups. How much trouble can they really cause? Dude, you have no idea. I doubt most of this lot would even make the cut for the Imperial Army. Huh. Yeah, I guess you're right. Alright then. Sorry. You guys are clear to head on through. You can go about your business, but I'd better not catch wind of you causing any trouble, you hear? Yes, sir. You won't find us causing trouble, sir, if you'll excuse us. Welcome to Roer, the industrial metropolis. Haven't seen this place in a while. But how did we get in so easily? Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. One of them clearly suspected us of something, so it struck me as fishy that he did even check his wanted list. I imagine that all the other soldiers' intervention saved us all. I'm glad I didn't have to use the witchcraft again. At least. I don't think it was a trap, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That's going to bug me, but at least we're in. Time to gather some information. That's right, we need to find out what Mother and Angelica are. True, no time like the present though. And we have a few key locations to check out, so let's get to it. First off, the RF store, right here. Oh, never expected that I'd bump into all of you around here. Hugo? It's great to see you again. Rosie and Becky told us that you disappeared. So they're both doing well then. Good. In fact, why don't you give me the rundown of what you've been up to all this time? You got me curious now. So Becky's on the Courageous now, is she? Of course she is. I can hardly think of a more Becky move. But you're here on business? His company is one of the RF store's biggest clients, so that doesn't really surprise me. Oh, that's right. It was back-breakingly difficult, but once I helped Becky escape, I made it back home to Heimdall. For all of its issues, it's still probably the safest place in the country. Always the calmest in the eye of the storm, you know. Relatives of known reformist and Class 7 members are a notable exception, but I can see it being a safe place for most. Heading over there on your own is pretty bold though. You're tougher than you look. Bear in mind, the city is not without its problems. The flow of information is under tighter lockdown than anyone else. Ordinary citizen can't even approach the place by foot or by vehicle, and no one knows where the Imperial family is. Or what's going on within the Alliance for that matter. Nobody's got any idea what they intend to do next. Figures. Then you haven't heard anything about where Angelica or my mother could be? Afraid not. I've taken a few business trips to Roer since the war started, but I haven't heard a peep about them. It's not like I can stroll into a Reinforced Comfort HQ and start asking questions either. Sorry, I can't be of more help. Don't be. You've given us plenty of useful information as it is. Just be careful if you keep up all this city hopping, okay? Right back at you. And give my regards to Becky if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, thank you, Hugo. I will. But first, I've got some work to do. Next is the Baronia's General Goods. Oh, here's another one. Green? Huh? Linde? Linde! Oh hey, it's Vivi's sister. I'm happy to see you all well. What brings you to Roer? That's a long story. Got a few minutes to spare? So Vivi's okay. Oh, thank goodness. Yep, she's our observer on the Courageous right now. How wonderful. We're always happy to deliver good news. I'm sure Vivi will be thrilled to know that we found you as well. Well, more so than usual, I mean. So you've been working here part-time? That's right. I escaped the academy with a small group of people, and after a while we all ended up in Roer. Although, to be honest, I've been going on a little stir-crazy wanting to go out and search for Vivi. I've been so worried. I couldn't muster up the courage to leave town and go wandering through a war-torn country on my own, though. Yeah, not a great strategy, that one. You made the right call, as painful as it might have been. By the way, you wouldn't have happened to have heard anything about Angelica and Irina Reinford's whereabouts, would you? Sorry, I haven't. I wish I could be a little more helpful. Oh no, please, don't worry about it. We still have an investigation to do. Something's going on here, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. You just keep doing what you're doing and leave that to us. If you insist, be careful. If there's ever anything I can do to help, just come and find me. I won't be going anywhere. We will, thanks. Okay. Next up on my checklist is Roer's Cathedral, which is right... Wait. Well, this building looks the same as it ever did, except for the new guards, of course. Yep, wasn't the provincial army last time. Angelica did say that Mother was locked away somewhere, but it definitely didn't sound like this was the place. I'm sure that things are pretty chaotic inside her, or officially missing, though. What's this? Good day, Lord Rockner. Please allow me to take your belongings. Good man. That's... You know that guy? We're not exactly friends, but yeah. He's the director of the first factory, Heidel Rockner. He's also Angelica's uncle. My, it sometimes feels as though the work will never end. Serving as the group's acting chairman is no easy task. I wonder if Irina ended up falling ill working like this. I do so hope she'll be fit to return to work before too long. Indeed. Well, if you need me, I'll be unwinding on the 24th floor for the time being. Bring some tea along a little later, would you? Much obliged. I would have asked the chairman's maid for that, but alas, she's nowhere to be found. But sir, that floor is... What was that, Dalton? Is there something you want to say to me? No, sir, not at all. So... You're stealing Elisa's house, then? Did he say acting chairman? So that guy's standing in for your mother, Elisa? You said she was ill too. What a load of nonsense. There's no way she's sick. And that aside, the 24th floor is my family's home. Oh yeah, I remember sleeping there. He may be part of one of the 4 great houses, but that does not excuse taking advantage of the chairman's absence to do as he pleases. Making yourself comfortable in someone else's home is uninvited is too damn gross for me to even think about. It'd be one thing if he just took over the company, but this feels like he's trampling on our personal lives too. Still, given the way things are right now, there's no way we can get any closer to the building. Yeah, we're going to have to gather information somewhere else right now. Yeah, like I said, I do have to go to the church.
I'm pleased to hear that everything seems to be going well for you. I believe it was the goddess's guidance that brought you here after all. I may be limited in what I can do to aid you, but know that you have my full support.
Thank you, Father.
This voice sounds oddly familiar for some reason.
I will keep striving to do everything I can. Now, if you'll excuse me. Welcome to Roer Cathedral. Have you all come to pray for the goddess's guidance?
Strange. I've never seen her around here before.
I guess she must be new. Kind of an odd time to take your vows as a sister, huh?
True. I guess the church may be working on its own independent initiatives to bring the war to an end.
I suppose. The church has its own vast network of connections they can call on. That's very possible.
Never mind. Okay, I have a couple of extra points to check out. One being a mention right around here, where we're going to find someone from Thor's, but not a student, actually. Oh my, if it is in class 7. Instructor Mary? Still hanging in there, huh? Instructor Sarah, you're here too? I can't believe my eyes. This all feels like a wonderful dream. If it is, I don't want to be woken up. I managed to flee Trista with a number of students in tow a while ago, and together we made our way here. I've been staying at Min's house ever since. I'm not sure where she is right now, sadly. We were together at one point, but next I looked, she was gone. Yeah, she mentioned that. But there's no need to worry about her. She's been flying around with us aboard the Courageous. Really? That's fantastic news. Oh, Adios, thank you so much. But wait, what are you doing here in the first place? Well... I see. It's hard to avoid the unpleasant rumors about the Marquis and his families of late. I haven't seen Angelica for quite a while either. I just hope she's alright. Well, we better get back to looking for clues. I'm afraid we need to be off for now, Instructor. It was great to see you again. Likewise, I won't stop you from doing what you're doing, but try not to expose yourself to more danger than necessary. Duly noted. Alright, one final location. And that's on the lower floor. Need to get this way towards the airport.
Been a while since we were last in Roer Airport.
Yeah, not since our field study here.
Okay. Oh, wait. Never mind. This place is big. I think the Pentagrule could land in here. I think this is the same airliner we boarded back in Bereahard. It might be. It's not like the war put an end to air travel. I don't see the Lusitania around here anyway, though. Not that comes as a huge surprise. Why does that name sound familiar? It's a huge luxury passenger liner built by the Third Factory. It's one of the company's most famous creations, but from what I've heard, it was seized by the Alliance. Worse yet, Duke Cayenne supposedly made it his personal ship too. Looks like the rumors might actually be true. He probably would have dared if the chairman was in her rightful position. Putting that aside for now, we should look around. We might be able to find something useful around here. Yep. Before heading out though, there's a little extra right here. Remember this guy? Oh, Ricky, where are you? I know you're supposed to be somewhere in Roer, but I hope I can find some clue as to where you're gone. Yeah, hello, Anton. Haven't seen you for a little while. But let's keep that in mind that he's here. Alright, let's go back to Roer now.
We're not getting anywhere. Especially when the Alliance has the city so completely under control.
That's for sure. Wandering around's given us a lot of information, but none of it actually relates to why we're here. Could there be something we're missing?
It's mine.
I can't imagine you're getting a call from someone on the Courageous either. There's no way they're within calling range.
Well, only one way to find out who our mystery caller is. Hello?
Is that you, Elisa? It's Yuna. How have you been?
Yuna! What a pleasant surprise! I'm doing just fine. How about you?
Me too. But more to the point, I realize this is a bit sudden, but could you come meet me at the diner? We've got something really important to discuss with you.
Really now?
If it's that important, then sure. Hold on. How did you even know I was back in Roer?
I'll tell you that when I see you. Anyway, later.
Wait, hold on. She hung up on me.
She a friend of yours?
That's right. She told me she has something important to talk to us about. She wants us to meet her at Devance's diner near the city's west exit.
It's not like we've got any better leads. Let's head on over.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, we've gone this far. Might as well go all the way, right?
Well, it's open. There aren't any customers in there, though. Yuna, Devons, are you in there?
Oh, there you are. It's open. Come on in.
Well, if you say so.
Thanks.
Yuna! Devons!
Hey there, Elisa. I see you've got your friends with you.
Oh, I've missed you, Elisa. I'm so happy to see you're all right.
Yeah, same here. So, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about?
Oh, you know.
Please, allow me to explain.
What?
I've been eagerly anticipating your arrival, Class 7.
It's the sister from the cathedral.
A sister? Wait, didn't we just meet you back in the cathedral? What brings you here?
Wait a second. You sound a lot like... Are you... You couldn't be.
Oh, but I am.
Ta-da!
Angelica?
Oh, hey, guys. I sure wasn't expecting you to come all the way out here after our talk.
I did wonder whether it might be you, but I'm still shocked I was right.
I never would have expected to find you in that getup of all things. You're the last person I picture when I think sister, so the thought never even crossed my mind.
Wow, Reen. Subtle.
Then my disguise worked even better than I thought it would. Finally, all that crap that got drilled into my head on how to be a lady while growing up came in handy.
I suppose that works, even if it's not exactly how it was intended.
Moving right along. What made you disguise yourself in the first place?
Oh, I'll explain that while I'm bringing you up to speed on everything else. Devons, you mind bringing out some hot drinks for us?
Sure thing.
So that's how you ended up coming here. I should have known telling you guys not to worry would make you do the exact opposite. What else did you think it would do? We couldn't just ignore it. What if you were in trouble? The situation here is even worse than I thought it'd be too. Heidel Ragnar seems to have complete control over the whole company. I'm afraid so. About half the factories in town have been shut down. The ones that are still active are being used to make arms and the like for the Noble Alliance. Word is, they're using them to make more soldats too. The people here appear to be increasingly unhappy with the nobility too. Did you run away from home because you wanted to try and do something about what's happening here? Basically, yeah. I'm the daughter of the family that rules this province. I figure I've got to try and do something. Right now, I'm in the middle of gathering supporters within the provincial army and the city. Two of which are Devons and Yuna. Knowing that you have supporters in the provincial army as well is certainly encouraging. Wait, is that soldier who allowed us to come in town one of them? You got it. He must have noticed you were friends of mine and decided to let you through. That said, I don't have all that many supporters in the army. Most are loyal to my father. And surprising as it may be, my father feels kind of guilty about the occupation of Amdal. Really now? He does? That is really a surprise. He's part of the 4 great houses, so I assumed he was in favor of all the stuff the Alliance is doing. He's no fan of the reformists, but his loyalty to His Majesty is genuine. I guess he's just one example of how the Alliance isn't totally united from within. Just before I left home, we ended up getting into a big argument. And right in the middle of it, he shouted, "If you're so damn sure you're right, prove it to me with brute force." I'm not sure how to respond to that. Sounds like a real macho guy for a noble. Still, if he's willing to listen that way, it must be he has doubt about what the Alliance is doing, right? That's what I figure. Anyway, right now he's taking command of the army over at Schwarzdracht Barrier. Meanwhile, a few of the soldiers there are waiting for my word to act. And we got a few armored cars and soldats available to us too. So when the time comes, I intend to give my father exactly what he wants. I'll beat my way into him. As you can see, there's not much... As you can see, there's not really much you can do. And this is between me and my father. It's a Ragnar family issue. I'm happy you cared enough to come all the way here, but would you mind leaving this to me? But... you really want to do this all alone? I'm afraid I can't do that. This isn't just a Ragnar family issue. Roer, and above all else, the Reinford Company are both just as involved. Maybe you could argue that it has nothing to do with my classmate, but it has everything to do with me. Yeah, I guess so. You want to settle things with your father with your own hands, and I want to rescue my mother with mine. So please, Angelica, won't you let me help you? Wow, you're really something, Elisa. I would still argue that we have plenty enough to do with it. We couldn't possibly sit idly by, not with Roer as it is and your mother being held captive, Elisa. We've come all the way out here. We might as well do something. Elisa's mom did a lot for us during our field study here, so it's time to return the favor. You're all sure? And besides, not only did we receive plenty of help from your mother, Elisa, but you helped us too, Angelica. You helped us to the point of angering your father and getting expelled from the academy, remember? Can't you give us a chance to pay you back for all we owe you? Me getting pulled out of Thor's wasn't your fault at all. I just wanted to rebel against my father, and I paid the price for it. Not that anything I say will dissuade you now that you've made up your minds. That you made your minds up. I know how you guys work. Then it's okay? Yep, I'd be happy to have your help. Let's settle things with my father, rescue Irina, and put things back into normal in Roer. Together. Right! That's nice and all, but what are we gonna do now? After a few pleading words, Angelica accepted Class 7's assistance. The matter settled, they then reported back to Towa on the Courageous using the orbital computer in the diner. Thank goodness. I'm so glad that you were able to meet up with you, Angie. Angie, just what are you wearing? I make for a pretty hot sister, don't I? I'm glad I got the chance to show you my perfect and oh so very beautiful disguise while I still had it on. For the love of Adios. Anyway, we're going to stay and help Angelica with what she's been doing. We should be able to free Roer from the Alliance's control. Okay then, we'll do all we can to support you from here. Do you know where the chairman is then? Actually, hold on. Didn't you say you found out where she's being held, Angelica? Oh yeah, I haven't told you yet, have I? She's up in the Saxon iron mine. More specifically, she's on board the Eisengraf that's currently stopped in the freight station. I can show you the way once we get there. The Eisengraf? It was seized by the Alliance, then my uncle decided it was his to play with. It's pretty ritzy on the inside and she's not being treated all that badly. But the real problem is the security. It's all being handled by Jaegers. I know what you mean. I doubt it's Zeno and Leo at least. Plus the Northern Jaegers are being employed by the Kreuzen province. I don't think it's them either. From what I've heard, Director Heidel was never able to look my mother in the eye. You can tell that he wants her as far away as possible so that he can wrest control of the company. But since he's limited in how far he can actually go, he's put her there. And if what you're saying is right, once we rescue your mother, regaining control of the company shouldn't be so difficult. Yep, rescuing your mom is going to be the hard part. Everything from there should be downhill. That means you won't need to worry about her being used as a hostage against you. Plus, you'll be able to focus on things at the Schwarzrock barrier without needing to worry about things in Roer. Sounds like we're good to go. Let's just review the operation one more time. First, we go to Saxon Iron Mine and free Irina. Second, we rescue Reinford's company's headquarters from my uncle's and place him under arrest. Third, we head to the Schwarzrock barrier and settle things with Father. That's a lot to do, and we're gonna need to be quick about it. We don't want to give the Marquis time to come to us before we can go to him. Yeah, we're going to need to make sure we got all we need before starting. Once we start, there's no turning back. We're gonna need you two for backup, Toa, George. You can count on us. We'll be waiting as close to Roer as we possibly can so we can rush in if you need us. Take care and good luck. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's get ready and head for the mine. Right. And Angelica joined the party. Rhea and Angelica can overdrive together. And now we can have 7 party members, that's good. Battle Angelica Master Quartz, Emblem, Special Effect. Oh, nice, I guess. Well, Angelica's joined the party and she's level 87, so maybe I'm slightly under level for this part of the game. I don't really care too much about that. She has high attack power and she's basically the one that can inflict feint on the entire, on all the enemies. We played with her in chapter 5 or 6 of the first game. Anyway, this is where I'm going to cut the episode. Actually, I'm getting pretty tired and I think I've done enough progress for one day. Join me next time as we're going to be heading for the mine to save Chairman Irina. This has been Barhamo Raven and I will see you in the next video. See you later, everyone.